Alright, we should be streaming now. Okay, there it is. Alright, let me go ahead and share the stream out. Oh wait, let me edit it. Let me. Alright guys, welcome to Rebel Talk with JB. I'm Josh Bentley, your host of Rebel Talk with JB. And first off, I want to get into it's been a couple of weeks since I streamed. Last week I wasn't feeling so good, so there was no stream last week. But this week I'm back, and since last time the baseball team. That day that I talked to Coach Smith, he was headed to Isabella to watch the Isabella Reeltown game. Reeltown baseball won 12-0 and 12-1 that day. And then during spring break, we picked up a 4-2 win over Tallahassee. And since then, we lost 9-7 and 9-8 to Lamp High School. Lost 15-1 to Saraland in the first game in a doubleheader. And then lost 2-1 in the second game, in a game that we actually out-hit Saraland. Then we went to Satsuma, where we picked up an 8-0 win, and we picked up a 12-6 win over Montgomery Academy. And today we'll be playing at Hopeful. Alright, and now to cover the softball team. They're currently sitting at 3-4. They lost 20-10 to Tallahassee on spring break, and then they lost 12-4 to Beulah, and then today that we're playing at home against Horseshoe Bend, so hopefully we can bounce back with a much needed victory there. And I just want to know how everybody's been doing lately. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section. And yeah, I mean I wasn't live last week, so I hated that I missed it, but. You know, like I said, I wasn't feeling well last week. And, well, this week, now in some other news for Reeltown Athletics, Traylon Roberts and Tay Martin and Arthur Woods all put on a show at the last track meet. I'm not sure of their exact times. I might be able to find it on Facebook. I may be able to find it here on Facebook. Oh, let me scroll Facebook. Alright, so Arthur Woods put up a 10.71 in the 100 meter dash, and Tay Martin put up a 10.98. And then I don't have the time for the boys 100 meter at the Glenn Copeland Invite on March 27th, 2024, which was yesterday. I don't have the time for Traylon Roberts, but I know that for a fact he did well as well. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I've got a good bit to talk about today, but I'm kind of running behind today. This might not be as long of a stream as usual. I wanted to get into some of these max week numbers for the for Reeltown, and I want to start with Power Clean. The Power Clean. So the top 5 varsity weight cleaners. Tied for first place was Demetrius Brown and Devin Bragg with 330 pounds. Second place, tied for that, was Bowman Brumlow, Dylan Bryant, and Traylon Roberts with 300. At 290, we had Javian Kendrick, which was JJ Kendrick, which he's a senior. He was a senior last year, I believe, so he's graduating. At 270, we had Larry Ace Foy, Finn Henderson, CJ Maddox, and Elijah Woods. And at 260, we had Harrison Renfro. So that was your top five, but notice there was quite a few names in that top five because there was quite a bit of ties and stuff. Now the junior high at 225 was Braden Bryant. At 205 was Cam Robinson. At 200 was Ethan Hill and Jackson Renfro. At 185 was Eric Moore. And at 175 was Jace Garner. The power clean averages for 10th through 12th grade was 220, and 7th through 9th grade was 160. Your total for 10th through 12th grade was 9,725 pounds power cleaned, and your total for 7th through 9th grade was 4,425 pounds power cleaned. And that's just the power clean. On bench press, your top five in bench press at 300 pounds was Traylon Roberts. At 290 was Braden Bryant. At 285 was Bowman Brumlow, Dylan Bryant, Demetrius Brown, and Devin Bragg. At 260 was Larry Ace Foy. And at 255 was JJ Kendrick. Junior high, Braden Bryant was at 290. He's also one of the top five total. At 215 was Cam Robinson. 205 was Parker Dillard. 200 was Ethan Hill. And then 175 was Justin Thomas, Eric Moore, and Brody Jones. Your average for 10th through 12th grade was 210 pounds with a total of 9,825 pounds benched. Your average for 7th through 9th grade was 150 with 4,555 pounds total benched. Now for squat day, your top five squatters at 540 was Demetrius Brown, Bowman Brumlow, and Devin Bragg, all tied for first place. Second place at 515 was Dylan Bryant. Third place at 450 was Larry Ace Foy and Traylon Roberts. At 420 was Elijah Woods in fourth place. And at 400 was Finn Henderson, Kason Kelly, CJ Maddox, Braden Bryant, and Cam Robinson. Braden Bryant and Cam Robinson were also the top two junior high weightlifters, or squatters. At 325 was Parker Dillard. He's in second place. At 315 was Ethan Hill in third. At 300 was Jackson Renfro in fourth. And at 295 was Luke Cotton. Yeah, it says, yeah, I'm sorry. I was having a hard time reading his name. Luke Cotton at 295. Your squat averages for 10th through 12th grade was 390 with a total of 16,545 pounds squatted. And 7th through 9th grade was 275 pounds with a total of 8,710 pounds squatted. So, and then for max week in total, part of your 1,000-pound club was Demetrius Brown and Devin Bragg tied at first with 1,155. Bowman Brumlow at 1,125. Dylan Bryant at 1,100. And Traylon Roberts at 1,050. Those were your 1,000-pound club for 9th through 12th grade. The 500-pound club for 7th and 8th grade, Braden Bryant at 915, Cam Robinson at 820, Luke Cotton at 590, Brody Jones at 565, Braxton Limley at 560, Emmett Johnson at 560, Drake Wood at 550, Brody Holmes at 550, Colt Holzer at 550, Jace Gardner at 550, Zay Simmons at 530, Bryant Jones at 520, Josh Hornsby at 5'10", Colby Wilson at 5'05", and Elijah Love at 500. So they are moving some serious weight at Reeltown right now. And it's very exciting because, I mean, the weight room is what's going to keep you competitive no matter what sport it is. So, especially football. So, football, and if some of these guys get into wrestling, it's going to be pretty big too. You know, Devin Bragg is already a wrestler, and so is Drake Wood. We need some of these other guys to step up and do some wrestling maybe. And that would be very exciting for Reeltown athletics if some of these guys got into wrestling as strong as they are. But we do have spring ball coming up, and depending on Coach Smith has said, depending on the baseball team, it depends on what the spring game and stuff's going to look like. I'm personally hoping we play a game this year, but I mean the inter squad scrimmage was pretty fun last year, but I'm personally hoping to see us hit somebody else this year. But like he said, it depends on how the baseball team's doing, and this baseball team looks like it could go on a run because. I mean, yes, we've lost a few games. We're currently sitting at, according to Max Prep, 16-6, which I think we're actually 14-6. But a lot of those games have come against like bigger opponents, like Saraland, and we played Lamp, we played Tallahassee. Those are 5 and 6A schools basically that we're playing. Satsuma, we beat them. That's a 4 or 5A school. You know, we played Beauregard. That's a 5A school. You know, we're playing Holtville today. That's a 5A school. So, yeah, I mean, we've played some tough competition, and that's how you stay competitive, is by playing the best of the best. Which, what I failed to mention is that later on this season we'll be playing Thorsby for the area championship. So, hopefully we can come out and win the area, which I think we will. Personally, I think this team's going to win the area. And sorry if I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, but, you know, but yeah, the baseball team does look like it's going to go on a run. And, I mean, the football team this year, we're going to be really good. We're playing a really tough schedule as well, which I've been over that schedule before in a previous stream. So, yeah. And then I've got some other news. On a post on Facebook, it appears that Coach L.A. O'Neal and Coach Johnson are going to sit down sometime and discuss playing Reeltown and Tallahassee, playing each other in football in the future. So hopefully that comes to fruition, because I would love to see that game come back. You know, Coach L.A. obviously former Reeltown player, now at Tallahassee High School as the head coach, which I wish him all the luck there. You know, Coach LA is always going to be a Reeltown rebel too. You know, and I wish him the best of luck. He's going to build a special program at Tallahassee. Coach Johnson's already built a special program at Reeltown, and I mean the future of these games could be really good. These could be some really great games to watch. So hopefully it does happen in the future. And also another rivalry game that I'm definitely hoping that looks like it's going to happen this year is Reeltown and Dadeville. You know, we haven't had that one the last couple of years, and it just hadn't been the same without playing Dadeville. So, you know, this year it looks like we are going to get that game, which I'm excited for. But I don't have much else to talk about, so if there's any questions you guys would like to ask, then I'll feel free to ask them, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Last week we covered the Reeltown football coaching staff, and Coach Smith had great things to say about every coach on the coaching staff. If you haven't seen that one, go ahead and go back and check that out after this stream's over. But yeah, you know, I'm excited. It's good to be back this week, and it's good to be, you know, it's good to be talking about Reeltown athletics again. All right, now I want to look at some JV baseball as well. If I can pull it up. Yeah, if I can pull it. Oh yeah, the JV baseball is currently 2-2-1. We played Tallahassee to a 2-1 win, a 7-5 win over Elmore County, a 3-2 loss to Beauregard, a 1-1 tie against Beauregard, a 9-1 loss to Tallahassee, and then we got a game on April 1st against Montgomery Academy at Montgomery Academy. I might as well pull up JV softball as well. You know, mostly what I do is I cover. They're currently 1-1. With a 18-1 loss to Beulah and a 12-11 win over Valley. And apparently April 16th and April 18th, we play at Valley on April 16th and at Beulah on April 18th. I'm not sure if that's right. I'm not sure about, max preps sometimes isn't right, but I hope they are. But yeah, overall the future looks bright in all sports, and couldn't be more excited about Reeltown athletics in the future. And well, man, I need to. I was gonna see if there was any news on the the spring game. Let me go to Instagram because it would be posted on the story, but it doesn't appear like there is yet. So, but I'm definitely keeping up with it because I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping we get a spring game this year. If not, it'll be all right. If not, maybe we could play a fall jamboree. That'd be nice too. If in the state of Alabama, if you don't play a spring game, you can start a week early and practice in the fall. So maybe an extra week of practice, especially playing a very tough team like T.R. Miller first game. Maybe that extra week of practice could benefit us a lot. But I'm excited. I'm ready for the season to start, man. I'm definitely ready for the season to start. But yeah, I'm just seeing if anybody wants to ask some questions or anything on here. And oh yeah, that I forgot to mention the closing of Birmingham Southern College. With that closing, Tyrese Fallon was committed to Birmingham Southern College, so everybody keep him in your thoughts and prayers and pray that he'll be able to get an opportunity elsewhere, because the closing of Birmingham Southern College obviously affected him. And pray for all the athletes that were either playing for Birmingham Southern College already or were committed there. And also pray for all the coaches, teachers, and staff and everything, and just everybody involved with Birmingham Southern College, that they can land on their feet elsewhere. Because it's sad news to see a school closing after more than 160 years. But I guess they just didn't have the support anymore. So, but I believe Tyrese will land on his feet, as will all of these other young men that are committed to play football at Birmingham Southern, and hopefully all the guys that are already playing there can transfer elsewhere and receive immediate eligibility to play. It was just a sad situation. I hated to hear it, but Birmingham Southern, as I think they've offered a lot of a good many of our players in the past, so it was a good little pipeline school, I believe. But maybe he can get on somewhere like Huntington. I actually visited Huntington College yesterday, just drove around the campus and stuff, and it has really nice facilities. And as somebody who's going to school soon, Huntington's definitely a school in consideration for me. It's where Coach Johnson went, and Coach Johnson at Reeltown, Coach Johnson at Montgomery Catholic, I know, went there, as did a few other coaches here in the state of Alabama. It's produced a lot of great coaches here in the state of Alabama, but obviously my two favorites right there are the Coach Johnsons, and then I don't believe Coach L.A. O'Neal went there, but if I had to rank my top three coaches, it'd be Coach Matt Johnson, Coach L.A. O'Neal, and Coach Kurt Johnson. So I've met all three of them, and they're all great men. But yeah, Huntington definitely at the top. I'm not going to say it's necessarily at the top of my list as of right now, but it's definitely a school in consideration, along with AUM and Troy. But my plan is to start my community college. Started a community college to get my core classes out of the way, and then transfer to one of those schools. Hopefully, I'll have the grades to transfer to one of those schools. But Huntington has some very impressive facilities. They do. Like, I went by their football stadium. Their football stadium is really nice, and that's where actually Montgomery Catholic will be playing their spring game this year against Beauregard at Huntington College. Which, if Reeltown doesn't play a spring game, I might consider going to that one at Huntington College. So I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I mean, it's a really nice facility. And that's where Arthur Woods will be playing football at next year, is Huntington College. So, yeah. And Arthur Woods, as Coach Smith has said, might be the best running back in Reeltown football history. So, but I'm not going to keep this stream going too long. I didn't have a whole lot to talk about today, but probably going to go ahead and wrap it up now. But I did want to get on today and go ahead and get a quick stream in so I could update y'all on some baseball and softball, and also talk about those numbers for the weightlifting and stuff for Max Week, which, like I said, very impressive numbers out of everybody. And I could be wrong. J.J. Kendrick might have been a junior last year, but I think he was a senior last year, so I don't think he'll be playing anymore this year. But I could be wrong, though. Or it could be a different Kendrick. I'll have, if I speak with one of the coaches, I'd have to ask them. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go up. Appears the computer's acting up. Yeah. All right. We're still live. The computer's acting up, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for that stopped by, and thank you to everyone that subscribed and will watch in the future. With that being said, peace out, everybody.